Jays lose 6-2 over the Baltimore Orioles. And you know what? Yeah, it was tough. We got to think in hindsight, though. We won the series 2-1. We gained a game on them. We're half a game behind. It's not like where we just dropped out a mile and we're down in the dumps. No, we're right there. But let's talk about the game nonetheless. Aaron Sanchez coming in, a lot of questions. Is he gonna be in? Is he gonna be moved to the pens very, very soon? That's been really the talk since after the break. He pitches very good. It through 6, gives up a walk, then a double, and then a couple greasy RBI ground outs and sac flies, and there's the tied ball game. And then we move ahead to extras, and Franklin Morales walks the leadoff guy. Not good. And then balks? Not really sure if that was a balk or not. The umpire called it on the step, as in he did not step towards first base. Well, he sure as heck wasn't stepping toward home because his foot was way off to the side. He wasn't going home. So I'm not sure where he called the balk there, moves him up to second. Then the double by Jonathan Scope, and then they take the lead, pull him. Nor does he walk a guy after that. Something else happens, and then they bring in Chavez for Adam Jones and hits a 3-run dinger. It was a mess. Nonetheless, we won this series 2-1, and we are half a game out. Boston is still 1 game behind us. So we still have the breathing room there. Now, let's move ahead. Because really, that's all we can talk about. I mean, it was a great series. The boys played really, really well. It was just a couple bad innings. But you know what? That's baseball. It happens. Actually, before we move along, though, Troy Tulowitzki hits a moonshot dinger. And then he gets hit in the hand. Oh! He gets a chip fracture. Now, I don't know what that means. I don't know. I'm just praying and I'm just hoping that I do not see at all that he goes on a 15-day DL. That's just what I don't want to see. If I see that, I'm going to be very frustrated. As of right now, they're saying it's going to be kind of like a day-to-day process. So I'm like, okay, that's not that bad. It could be a lot worse. But still, it's tough losing your shortstop when, he could have had an impact in the game. We don't really know for sure, but he could have. And it sucked. Let's move on. It happened. Now we're on a little bit of a road trip now. We're in Houston to play the Astros, and man, has this team been streaky lately. A little while ago, they were killing everyone. They were fighting right back, in the division race, back in the wild card race, chasing the Blue Jays, going 8-2 in their last 10. And now they're 6 over 500. They've lost 3 in a row. They're 5-5 in their last 10. They haven't been that great. So the Jays got to pounce on that opportunity. Now the pitching matchups, we'll talk about it tonight. 8:10 first pitch. Get that in mind. 8:10 because we are in Houston. Marcus Stroman versus Doug Fister. Not going to be an easy game for the Jays. But if Marcus Stroman is good, the Jays have a chance to win this game. That's straight up what it is. If Stroman can pitch like we know Stroman can, we have a very good chance of winning this ball game. Move ahead. Dickey versus Lance McCullers. It's not going to be good. Dickey 7-12 with a 4.66 ERA. McCullers is 6-4 with a 3.18. Oh boy. Let's just hope that Dickey can pitch well, because he has his games where he pitches dominant, and I'm hoping it's one of these games. And then Marco Estrada versus Colin McHugh, who is not having a great year, 4.75 ERA. And then to end off the series, it's Jay Happ versus Mike Fiers, 4.42 ERA. The last 2 are very winnable ball games. The first 2 are going to be tough, but they are winnable. If we could win the series 3-1, I think that's an ideal, great situation we're in. A lot of people are probably thinking, oh, well then who are the Red Sox and who are the Orioles facing? Well, I'm going to look at that. So, Red Sox are playing Seattle. And of course, Baltimore doesn't play, so we're going to gain a game on them. Or they're going to gain another game on us. But the way I look at it, every team has to play 162 games. We could play 162, and then they have to play 162. They all play the same. So we got to do our job tonight and beat the Houston Astros. If we can beat them, because let's look at the records right now. As of right now, we have the same amount of wins as them, and one less loss, or one more loss. Excuse me. We win our ball game. We have one more win and one more loss. So that means we're right there. We're forcing them to win, and we'd be tied with them in the division. So, the ideal situation today, let's talk about that, because that's what we usually talk about that in these videos. Jays win, Red Sox lose to Seattle. Ideally, that's the best situation. Because that means we gain a game on the Red Sox, we gain that two-game lead right back, and we tie with the Orioles. We get right back in their grill. And who do they play? They play Texas. So that's not going to be an easy matchup for them. It's good to hear, though. It's very, very good to hear that they're playing a tough, tough team. But so are we. So the Jays have to do their job tonight and beat the Houston Astros. Can they do it? Absolutely. Absolutely. They just need to crush the baseball and start giving Stroman a great lead, because that's when he's the most dominant. Which ideally shouldn't be when it's your ace, but he's going through tough times. You got to give him some run support. So that's going to do it for this video. If you liked it, leave a like. If you really liked it and you like all the videos so far, hit that subscribe button. Really helps me out. It shows me some love. And we'll talk to you guys tonight. I'm going to do it tonight this time, I promise. It'll be after the game tonight. So it might be a little bit later of a video, but it'll be out tonight. And literally an update just popped in, like just now. The Blue Jays and Twins are continuing to discuss a deal involving Ervin Santana. He's having a very good year. The Blue Jays tried to bring him over once before. I think he'd be a good piece, but I'm praying that he's not the replacement for Aaron Sanchez, because he's not good enough to replace Sanchez. I'm sorry. So that's going to do it for this video. Like I said, like, subscribe, all that great jazz. We'll talk to you guys tonight after hopefully a great start to the series and a Blue Jays win. We'll see you then.